serves me right. Today, Rokusaburo Michiba will retire from his position as Iron Chef. Michiba entered the field of cooking when he was 19 years old. 10 years later, he headed the kitchen of Tokiwaya in Akasaka, which was when his cooking style started to change dramatically. He went beyond the conventional rules of Japanese cooking, and because of that, he was labeled a maverick in Japanese cuisine. His determination to find new grounds intensified after opening his own place. He used foie gras, shark's fin, and many others to complete his own genre of global cuisine. And in 1993, when I appointed him Iron Chef, he continued to surprise me and the guest judges. His record stands at a total of 31 wins and only 3 losses, completing 818 servings. But Michiba has made his decision to retire today, January 3rd, on his 65th birthday. Today will be his final battle as an Iron Chef, which will also be the final battle for the 1995 Mr. Iron Chef Tournament. The qualifier was fought between these two. Iron Chef Chinese, Chen Kenichi, and Iron Chef French, Hiroyuki Sakai. One of these two will have a shot at the title, challenging defending champion Michiba.
He's so great. He's perfected all the basics, which means he can apply them in any way he wants. When the theme ingredient is revealed, you know, he always tries to look for things he knows. And make no mistake, his repertoire is incredibly wide.
His techniques are just awesome. I don't know how good I am when compared with him, but I promise I'll give it my best.
And what does Michiba have to say before his final battle?
Whether it's Sakai-san or Chen-san, I'll have to control myself to make it a good battle. I'm just gonna have to be myself. You know, like I often say, and I know it sounds a bit odd, I try to tell myself I'm a bird, carved out of stone, meaning I won't budge, even if confronted by a lion.
Will the younger Iron Chefs pay their respects by showing Michiba the way out, or will Michiba retire as Grand Champion? And so, my faithful Iron Chef fans, the battle to end all battles is about to begin.
私の記憶が確かならば、この会場にいる人は運がいい。さあ、世紀の一戦をその目に焼き付けるがいい。
アイアンシェフ決勝開幕。ミスターアイアンシェフ決勝、これに進めるのはもちろん一人の料理人だけ。それではその予選を戦った2人の鉄人を登場させましょう。2人だけよみがえるがいいアイアンシェフ。
Making their ascent into the ethereal atmosphere of Kitchen Stadium, the two men who gave us the first ever all-Iron Chef battle, your Iron Chefs! Iron Chef French, Hiroyuki Sakai. and Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi. One battle, single elimination in the qualifier. Who will move on and be provided the opportunity to challenge the mighty Rokusaburo Michiba? We shall find out now.
すでにその結果はこの手元に届いています。それでは発表という前に、先日行われた予選の模様をもう一度振り返ってみましょう。素晴らしい試合です。どうぞご覧ください。
The qualifying battle for the final of the Mr. Iron Chef tournament. The most recent battle here was last December 17th.
これです。今日のテーマは鶏。
And after all the fanfare, the battle was finally engaged. Two pumped up Iron Chefs going at each other with chicken. Iron Chef French Sakai stuffing this one and completing the cooking process by leaving it to steam in a pie dough sealed cast iron casserole pot. And into the oven it went. While Iron Chef Chen reaching back using an old-fashioned Chinese earthen steaming device for a soup loaded with mushrooms, chicken, Chinese ham, and other exotic ingredients. The display of a number of different techniques employed by the two Iron Chefs was a sight to behold. Yet they did have a problem to overcome with the selection of the theme. The chickens chosen by the chairman were of the Nagoya Cochin variety, different than what both chefs are used to working with. Sakai had trouble with the meat, taking too much time to absorb his sauce, while Chen was frustrated with how fast the meat got overcooked. But Iron Chefs with their abilities are accustomed to overcoming such difficulties and successfully negotiate their way with the chickens they did, managing to complete everything they started. Iron Chef French Sakai produced a marvelous set of 4 dishes, including the grand one cooked in the casserole pot. Iron Chef Chinese Chen also had a quartet, ranging from a chicken salad to a steamed soup with his Szechuan stamp. The tasting panel consisted of former Lower House member Shinichiro Kurimoto, novelist Tamio Kageyama, actress Maki Mizuno, gourmet from Hong Kong Chua Lan, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. Tasters' comments gave no indication of which way they might ultimately lean when it came time to reach a verdict. The votes were recorded that day and have been kept secret to be announced prior to the beginning of the final. And now it is time to know which of these two Iron Chefs will be called to battle Iron Chef Michiba.
ミスターアイアンシェフ決定戦、その予選の結果を発表します。
What a prelude to the final battle, the first ever battle between Iron Chefs on the road to deciding Mr. Iron Chef. Iron Chef Sakai, the nation's leader in French cuisine. Iron Chef Chen, he's tops on the Szechuan scene. Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
5人の審査員の採点は次のようなものでした。栗本慎一郎20対19、陳健一。影山民生18対16、陳健一。水野真紀18対17、酒井宏之。チャイラン16対15、酒井宏之。そして岸朝子17対16、陳健一。したがって勝者は陳健一。
Chen, he wins it, decided on the last vote, Kishi's vote. He takes it 3-2 over Sakai, and it is Chen moving on to the final against Michiba. And what a battle these two had, Sakai and Chen, and the crowd letting both of them hear it now. All right, the matchup for the final is set. Michiba knows now who his opponent will be. He and Chen will be dueling for the title of Mr. Iron Chef in Michiba's last battle. Before we get started, we'll take a look back on Chen's career and the records of both these Iron Chefs.
If memory serves me right, Chen Kenichi's father is the legendary Chen Kenmin. He was indeed one of the best Chinese chefs in the Asian region. Kenichi was raised watching his great father. The kitchen was his playground, and in later years he received special training directly from his father. Chen Kenichi became an Iron Chef Chinese at age 37 in 1993. At first, Chen was weak. In 1993 and 94, his score was 12-7. But from 1995, he changed dramatically by incorporating new trends. He ended that year undefeated. So now, the invincible Chen will challenge the mightiest Michiba. Chen has produced 135 dishes so far, averaging 3.8 dishes per battle. Michiba has produced 139, averaging 4.4 per battle, outnumbering Chen. A battle between a thoroughbred in Chinese cuisine and a maverick in Japanese cuisine. Exquisite.
ミスターアイアンシェフ決勝、いよいよ開始のゴングが近づいたようです。それでは厳しい予選を勝ち抜いた料理人を呼び入れましょう。陳健一
And here he comes, Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, the Szechuan sage, son of the god of Szechuan cooking, Chen Kenmin. Today, a chance to make his mark forever in Kitchen Stadium.
Nope.
大変な勝負をものにされました。
Well, I can't believe I'm here. Yeah.
しかしこれからが本番の戦いです。
Yeah, I know. Well, I can only say I'll do my best to create great food. Yeah.
それでは去年のミスターアイアンシェフ道場六三郎を登場させましょう。一人だけよみがえるなり道場六三郎。
Making a solo ascent into Kitchen Stadium for his final appearance here, the unquestioned leader of Japanese cuisine, Iron Chef Japanese Roxaba Michiba. Once regarded as a renegade, he's won over his critics by breathing new life into Japanese cuisine, expanding its possibilities by pushing beyond its traditional boundaries. Today, we will witness the greatness of this master, the maestro, in his last battle. All right, after all the build-up and anticipation, we are on the verge now of beginning this Mr. Iron Chef final. The 35th and last time for Iron Chef Michiba to battle here in Kitchen Stadium, and shaking hands with Iron Chef Sakai, honorary Iron Chef Ishinabe, and Toshiro Kandagawa. Chairman Kaga making the announcement, a surprising one at that, at the end of the qualifier, that Michiba would be retiring from the Gourmet Academy and his post as Iron Chef after this battle on this day, which is also his 65th birthday. And now donning his apron, a handshake from his opponent Chen. And a warm hand from the audience for Michiba. Both these men, really. And in just a few moments, Chairman Kaga will be unveiling the theme ingredient. And let's find out what it is for this Mr. Iron Chef Tournament Final.
道場の引退試合にふさわしい素材は何か。私はすぐにピンときました。このキッチンスタジアムを牛耳ってきた道場にはあの大素材しかないと。それでは発表します。決勝のテーマはこれです。決勝の手はもう牛。
One chef at the summit, the other trying to climb the mountain. The final of the Mr. Iron Chef Tournament. Kitchen Stadium decked out in style as we enter the new year. Iron Chef Chen against defending title holder Iron Chef Michiba. For the Iron Chef Japanese, his last 60 minutes of cooking on this grand stage. We are set. Let's get it on.
Arcade!
Bang a Kong, the final of the Mr. Iron Chef tournament is on. And in the 2.5-year history of Kitchen Stadium, this surely will rank among the most memorable, if not the most memorable battle when it's all said and done. And Michiba first, Chen second, up to the stand. The theme ingredient for this one, beef. No mistaking where the beef is today. Chairman Kaga making the choice of the theme ingredient expressly for Iron Chef Michiba. And he's got a huge slab there. And Doc, the beef chosen by the chairman comes out of Iwate Prefecture, first round draft choice Maezawa beef, prime stuff.
That is correct, yeah.
But yet with beef, nothing exotic, could be a little tricky this battle to navigate.
That's a good point. It's a very common ingredient, and when you think about it, there's not going to be a lot of ways to be extremely innovative. So it's going to be tough for both these guys today.
All right, and already Michiba working the crowd. And the Iron Chef reveling in that show or sound of support. Floor reporter Shinichiro to go.
I asked Iron Chef Michiba how he feels about doing battle in front of a large crowd like this, not to mention all the fans watching at home. And with a big smile, he said, "I'm the luckiest chef in the world at this moment. Winning, losing, that's a small thing. I'm just thrilled to be here. Back to you."
All right, thanks. And the Iron Chef hearing that on his 65th birthday. Hey, Iron Chef Chen getting some support on his side as well. Other side, Sato Kondo, go.
I asked Chen-san about his chance of winning against Michiba-san, and he said, for me, it's not just about winning or losing, but giving it my best is what's most important. And that doesn't mean I'm backing down for his retirement package. I'm definitely striving to win.
Absolutely, and Michiba wouldn't have it any other way. Chen's won his last 12 in a row, a new stadium record, breaking Michiba's previous mark. Yes, go ahead.
I have a list of Chen-san's choice of beef. He's picked out cuts of shoulder, sirloin, tongue, and filet.
All right, got it. And Asano-san, 4 cuts over there. That tells you something.
Exactly. Well, I'm from Kobe, which of course is known for Kobe beef. So, well, I'm pretty picky about my beef, and this is very exciting for me.
Okay, look at the marbled beef right there. That tells you it's some of the country's best.
Oh, I'm sure.
And look, I've got the notes here. The filet of the beef there, 50,000 yen a kilo.
No way.
It's about $225 a pound.
Unbelievable.
Believe it, it's here today.
I've never seen price tags like that in a store, though. Is this beef actually sold in regular markets?
Well, the cuts that we have here today, they're, of course, a special order.
Oh, well, no wonder.
I'm not paying today, so that's okay with me.
The best cuts of beef in the hands of the best chefs. If you like beef, it doesn't get any better than this. All right, we are back. The Mr. Iron Chef tournament final and the last battle for Iron Chef Michiba.
Yes. Michiba-san's list of ingredients so far includes bell peppers, edible rape blossom greens, yuzu, pepper, white miso paste, watercress, and udo, among other edible wild plants, truffles, and Kyoto carrots. As far as the cuts of beef, he's selected sirloin, the shoulder, the filet, and he also has some lobster, which he says he'll use to add a touch of celebration to the new year. He says, I know that people have been feasting a lot during the holidays. I'm going to go light on the flavoring.
All right, thanks. Michiba taking into consideration the tasters, going to ease back on the flavoring. There are some truffles, right?
Yeah, right.
A man who is not inhibited at all from using ingredients associated with other cuisines, incorporating them in his globalized version, so to speak, of Japanese cuisine. And now, over to Chen, whose own birthday, by the way, is the day after tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
What, all great chefs are born in January or something?
He will hit the big 4-0. Still hasn't hit his peak as a chef yet, he'll tell you that. But whoa, coming left, coming right. Okay, ladies first. Kondo, go ahead.
Thank you. More ingredients from Chen-san. He's using, among others, wakagi scallions, Cantonese cabbage, red chili pepper, watercress, long onions, ginger, garlic, and red onions.
All right, thanks. And Ota, what do you have?
Thank you. I asked Iron Chef Michiba what he fears most about going against Chen-san, and he said his bambanji sauce. I've had it. It's awesome, and it goes with anything. And he also said, thanks a lot for reminding me that he's 25 years younger than I am. Thanks for making me feel old on my birthday.
Well, never thought of that, but yeah, 25 years difference, but both have been Iron Chefs about 2.5 years.
Totally hard to believe, seriously. I mean, you don't look 65 at all, Michiba-san.
How old do I look?
Okay, and now lobsters on Michiba's side, boiling away, and Chen looks like he's peppering up these steaks, I guess, and a flip, getting the other side of them. Michiba, known for his broth of vigor, and Chen for his Szechuan hot bean paste, and Michiba with the pepper, too.
Yeah, now in Chinese food, most of the meat dishes involve pork, correct?
Oh,
so,
okay.
like, I'd say about 85 to 90% of it would be pork-based. So beef, in terms of Chinese cooking, relatively new
All right,
ingredient.
learning something.
Oh, look.
Now, here on Michiba's side now, and some very thin slices, perhaps going raw.
Perhaps marinated like a carpaccio.
Okay, carpaccio, a Japanese-style one, may be on the way from Iron Chef Michiba. And so here, at least, we can see an area of differentiation. And now Chen, he is frying them up right there. In the wok with the little oil down there.
That's what it looks like,
Is it frying it, though? No.
Yeah.
Oh, deep frying. No, batter or breading maybe on it.
Cuts of filet, only salt and pepper to spice before frying them.
Right, I'm going to guess that he'll chop these up into smaller pieces a little bit later on.
Okay, and looks to be going for a charred surface. And now here, Michiba.
Wow.
Trying to cook all sides and edges of the steaks.
Right, he wants to harden all sides of it and keep it juicy inside.
All right, so lock in the flavor-laden juices there.
Exactly, seal it shut.
Gotta like that, and up close, and look at that sizzle. Like to get a mic down on that one. And now Chen, he is pulling out a long block here.
Oh yeah, look at Chen. He's got the sirloin, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. You see how it's marbled there?
Wow, incredible.
Isn't it though? That's some of the best that I've ever seen, and I'd say for at least 2 years.
That's saying something.
Yeah, and okay, hang on. That's filet, right? Oh, sorry. Yeah, filet. My apologies.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now the filet is usually the leanest of the cuts,
That's
correct?
true, right? But this meat, it's marbled right to the bone, as you can see. You could eat this just raw. with a little
Okay,
bit
now
of
look,
marinade.
Michiba side.
Fukusan?
Yes.
The red paste that he's applying is called yuzu togarashi, or red chili pepper and citrus fruit.
Okay, you know, for a moment I thought it was Tobanjan, the Szechuan paste, but he's applying a Japanese hot and sour seasoning paste.
I think this is going to be served just like this, basically.
Raw?
Yeah.
Slice it up and eat it?
I think so, just like a carpaccio, like I've been saying earlier. I could be wrong, but that's what I would do.
A hot and sour spice, and now he's got a plastic bag over there.
Okay, yeah.
So gonna put the beef in.
But that's different pieces, right? That he's adding.
Okay, the cooked beef. The
Right.
steaks that he'd been frying over there, they are all have gotten their edges cooked.
Maybe to cool them by putting them in there?
That could be.
For chilling them, I think.
Chill them down.
Right, like a tataki-style sashimi or something along those lines.
Okay, we'll see what he does with the plastic bag. And now that the steaks are off and all wrapped up in it, Michiba made his debut as Iron Chef Japanese a little over 2 years ago, and the theme ingredient of his very first battle, foie gras, but it didn't stop him from collecting the first of his 31 career victories. And coming into this one, his career record 31-3. Wow. Regarded as the mightiest of the Iron Chefs, he's trying to end his career on a high note, beating Chen for the Mr. Iron Chef title.
Now, look at this. What's this? Hang on.
No, he's not.
He's dipping the bag into hot water.
He's the other way around.
Not chilling. Okay, go ahead, Ota.
Yes, he has dumped the plastic bags in a pot of hot water, and he's telling his assistants to maintain the temperature exactly 75 degrees Celsius.
Oh, what's that in
That's about 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, okay, got it. And Doc, what do you make of that?
I think I can explain this one. Temperature that animal protein hardens is around 63 degrees Celsius or 165 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
And the point where the meat actually starts to lose moisture and dries up is about 200 degrees. So basically what this man's trying to do is maintain a nice rosy pink roast beef color all the way through.
Okay.
It's a very modern technique. Ideally, you'd want to have the bag in a vacuum.
Doc, that is why you're here. I am impressed.
You're too kind.
We've got the right man for the job. Maintain the pink color of the beef.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Just it looked like a well-cooked roast beef. Cooked all the way through, but that nice, pleasant color. It's going to be
Okay,
nice.
and sealing it up right there.
Yeah, I'm a little worried though. 200 could be a bit high.
Yeah?
I'd say about 180. Yeah.
All right, great job. And now Chen, he's got a Mexico and some ground beef, maybe?
Fukui-san,
Yes.
the meat in the bowl is actually thinly sliced filet meat mixed with Chinese rice wine, salt, soy sauce, black pepper, eggs, and also potato starch. He says this will be stir-fried.
All right, a stir-fried job with eggs in there. Okay, a sliced filet, thinly sliced, and anything else going to go in?
Not too sure yet.
Okay, Iron Chef Chen having squeaked by Iron Chef Sakai in the qualifier to this battle, and including that win in the first ever all-Iron Chef duel, he's now got 29 career wins against 8 losses. So if he can win this one, he'll hit the 30-win mark, the second Iron Chef to do so, and he's riding a 12-battle winning streak, but the guy on the other side has a way of rendering momentum meaningless.
Okay.
Michiba.
Now, take a look at this. Speaking of Michiba, his A-game.
Michiba, his broth of vigor. The last time we'll be able to see him break out the dried bonito shavings.
And look at the quality of those shavings. Wow.
And listen, the spectators acknowledging that his signature broth.
You know, and just to give you an idea of how nice these shavings are, they cost about $50 a kilo. I'm not kidding.
And how much is this amount he's using here?
That's probably close to $50 worth right there. Maybe only 40 or so, but it's still a rather pricey little
I tell you,
ingredient.
broth of vigor, good for the body, but a hurt on the wallet.
Now, this level of broth will cost, like for a coffee cup full, about $6 or $7.
Wow.
I tell you, wife doesn't make anything close to that at home. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, there's an interesting note about the katsuobushi or bonito shavings prepared for Michiba-san. We're told that he ordered the staff in charge of foodstuffs to get the best that they could find, the best ever used in Kitchen Stadium.
Making it special for his last appearance.
And you can see there's no dark spots on them. It's all light brown, which means they cut off the dark red flesh of the fish before they dried them.
The best.
Yeah, this fish has got to be good too.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
One of Iron Chef Chen's assistants has been working on mincing the beef fillet. I am told that this will be used just for preparing soup stock.
Just for stock.
This is almost sinful.
So making a stock, what, for soup that he would serve or something to be used as part of another dish?
Not too sure what he's got planned. Perhaps a base for something else? Something
All right, at any rate, the Iron Chef... Whoa, now they've got that pounded beef, I believe, running through the food processor. And now Michiba got some slices of beef coated with flour or another powder in the pan right there.
Okay, hang on. I think these are the slices that he put that hot paste on. And
Okay.
there's maybe some potato starch on
The one
top
which
there?
has red chili pepper.
And the yuzu citrus
Okay.
fruit.
Right, yeah.
And the preparation process has taken it to this point.
Okay, now let's swing back to Chen's side right now.
Okay.
This is called pak choy in China. It's Cantonese cabbage, I guess, if you want to translate it directly.
Okay, looks like a mini cabbage to me right there.
15.
And 15 minutes gone.
Yeah, it's all pak choy.
Sounds like that lady golfer, right?
Fukui-san, where do you get your material?
That's inspired? No? No. But the cooking of these two chefs is Chen and Michiba going all out, trying to win the right to be called, when this one's over, Mr. Iron Chef. Back with the final of the Mr. Iron Chef tournament, Iron Chef Michiba trying to defend his title, and now finally the Iron Chef Japanese breaking out brush, ink, and paper, beginning his calligraphy writing of his menu. And let's see, the title there, Wa Konyo Zai, what?
Basically, Japanese soul Western ingredients, which means stay on the path of Japanese cooking, but incorporate some Western ingredients too.
I like that policy.
Sure, just like harmonizing global ingredients, basically.
Well, that is his M.O.
Yeah.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Yeah, we all know this is Michiba-san's birthday, his 65th, and evidently his family had a small birthday party for him this morning. One of his grandchildren said, "Go get him, Grandpa!" And his reply was, "I'll do my best." But he also added, "Eating my birthday cake this morning was a big mistake. It's still sitting like a lump in my stomach."
Well, the Iron Chef looking a bit perturbed hearing that report there, but thanks for sharing. And continuing to write on, he is, his menu.
We've got, well, beef and potatoes there.
Okay, pretty conventional. Now, Chen working that liquid mix, more water, perhaps the blended meat is in that one?
Yeah, maybe for a soup or something.
Okay, very pale reddish-orange color there, so we can find out what is in that.
Fukui-san?
Yes?
This is the minced beef fillet we saw before. That's the red color you're seeing.
All right, thanks, Kondo. So the beef that went through the processor ending up here could be used in a soup. Might even be thinking about making a mousse with that. Has options on the table. And now the Iron Chef still on the calligraphy writing of his menu.
Yeah, I can see him reconfirming, recalculating his strategies, making sure everything works.
Okay, as he does that, Chen executing the strategy here. The mixture is blended.
This is the soup, right?
And Asano-san checking this one out. Got a good shot right there. Does this look more Cantonese or Szechuan to you?
Well, I've never seen this technique used in Cantonese cooking.
Right, this is more popular in Szechuan cooking or the southern Chinese cooking style, yeah. Sometimes they use pigeon meat in this.
Oh,
Sure.
Okay, but no pigeons roosting here. This one's got beef and placing the mixing bowl straight on the stove.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a Szechuan thing too?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, he's got a long onion cut in two. That's been added to the contents, and Chen hunkered down at the burner while Michiba hunkered down over his menu. Beautiful writing there. And to set up with some of our distinguished guests for a word with them. If you're ready, go ahead and take it, big fella.
Okay, thank you very much. I am here in the Royal Box with Ishinabe-san and Kandagawa-san, who are both close friends of Iron Chef Michiba, who is retiring today. And I'd like to start by asking honorary Iron Chef Ishinabe-san, how do you think the two chefs are doing so far?
It's a bit early to say for sure, but Chen-san seems to be leaning towards Cantonese food,
Right.
with lighter flavoring.
And Michiba-san?
Meanwhile, Michiba-san seems to be into contrasting flavors in his dishes.
So both signature strategies, but which one do you think is ahead?
You can't tell at this
Can't
point.
tell, okay. Thank you. Now, Kandagawa-san, what's your view of the battle so far?
Well, right now it's really a tough call. I think Michiba-san is trying to emphasize the Japanese soul using miso with a lot of creativity, while Chin-san is Cantonese so far, but he could throw in some more spice later. Yeah.
I see. And so, Kandagawa-san, what about a word of encouragement for both of them?
Okay, you guys, keep it up.
And with that, Fukui-san, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Ota. Remembering Kandagawa's battle last year against Michiba, the New Year's special, the Yellowtail battle they fought. Boy, that was a great one. They went at it tooth and nail, Iron Chef winning it. Kandagawa's probably got some mixed feelings about Michiba hanging up his apron. He's always viewed the Iron Chef Japanese as his main rival. I know he was looking forward to another opportunity to try and defeat Michiba here.
Sure.
But alas, it's not to be, with the Iron Chef bowing out after this one. But I'm sure we haven't heard the last of Kandagawa, the Don of the Kansai. And now Michiba has finished his menu writing. He's titled the menu Japanese Soul Western Ingredients, appropriate for the soul man of Japan. And I believe I counted 4 dishes on the menu, so it looks like a quartet coming from him.
Right, and Fukui-san, let's talk about his menu now. Remember we mentioned beef and potatoes earlier, right? Yeah, I think this is it here.
In the processor.
Fukui-san!
Beef fillet and something.
Regular potatoes?
Ota, you got it?
Yes, regular potatoes with beef fillet. I'm sorry, regular taro potatoes, actually.
Oh, taro, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
wow.
now blending taro potatoes and beef. My, oh my.
So he'll probably make a patty and then cook it like a hamburger. But he used the word steak.
In effect, a hamburger steak with the taro potatoes. I wonder what that would taste like.
Using the potatoes as a mix, like to hold it all together, like a liaison of
Oh,
sorts.
don't forget a prime beef burger, though, a la Japanese.
Sure, it'd be hamburger in style, but with miso sauce and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Fukui-san?
Now on Michiba's side, yes?
Iron Chef Michiba said he's shooting for 4 dishes, and when I asked him why he's making less than usual, his response was quality versus quantity. It's my last battle, and I want to put my heart and soul into every single dish.
All right, thanks. And Nomura-san, you said it. Everyday ingredient might be difficult.
Yeah, I still think so. And I see both chefs trying to be unique and outsmart the opponents.
Yeah?
I've never seen one chef displaying different techniques in cooking beef in such a short time. This is really eye-opening.
All right, so the men reaching deep into their arsenals.
And I agree totally with what the Nomura-san said.
Okay.
Yeah. And Michiba now gauging the temperature here, I think.
21 at 200 degrees, right?
Right. That's the hot water there, the one we dipped in.
And how long would you want to do that?
I'd say probably 20 to 30 minutes, but this isn't really looking perfect in my eyes yet.
All right, well, we are a little into over 25 minutes here, 25 and a half minutes as of now to be exact, so I don't think he has done it for 20 minutes yet at this point.
Right, I also wanted to mention about his combination of edible rape leaves and blossoms, things like that. I mean, it's a very important ingredient for him because it adds a sense of spring.
Well, you know, the ancient Oriental Almanac calls New Year's the new spring.
Right, and that is his concept here.
Lovely idea.
Okay, now check it out. He dumped the beef slices into boiling water here.
Okay, with potato starch.
And the hot and sour spice.
Yeah, this is very Chinese in technique.
It is?
Really? Chinese food.
From Michiba.
Right.
All right.
Now, with a layer of potato starch on it, after boiling it, it's going to have like almost like a jelly coating.
Oh, yeah. I think I have come across that that one before.
Right. It's done here in Japan, but it's originally a Chinese technique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So potato starch coating, boil them, and then what's he going to do with
Then
it?
you got to chill them to get that jelly-like texture on the surface.
Okay, Michiba with that one, and we will see.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
I asked Chen-san how many dishes he's aiming to make today, and he said, I want to make 4, but to be honest, I haven't decided on the 4th dish yet. I had an idea, but I'm trying to remember what I was thinking about. He sounded a bit lost.
All right now this guy's got it on auto, Chef. May sound like he's lost a bit, but he is dealing and already starting to work up a healthy sweat. That 12 battle winning streak has been punctuated by many a sweat-soaked effort, and both men now, we know, gunning for 4 dishes.
Right, yeah.
And Asano-san,
Yes.
watching this battle so far, what would you say? Which chef do you think has the edge in this one based on what we have seen up till now?
Ooh, you're asking me? Gosh, I have no idea. I mean, I'm Japanese, so of course I love Japanese food, but at the same time, I love Chinese food.
Can go for both.
Well, I'm kind of worried about the voting part.
Yeah, it might be tough.
Yeah.
All right, Chinese or Japanese, how can I choose, says Ms. Asano.
Exactly. It's hard.
All right, tightening up the final of the Mr. Iron Chef Tournament. And And we are back, the final of the Mr. Iron Chef tournament, which is also the last battle in Kitchen Stadium for Iron Chef Michiba. He is hanging up his knife and apron after this one, win or lose, and battling for the title today on his 65th birthday, no less. As we're about a half minute away to the halfway point of this battle. Let's see now. Whoa, almost in stereo, but I think, Ota, you were a tad earlier. Go ahead, big fella.
Thank you. Iron Chef Michiba has a glass bowl full of chopped daikon radish, red bell peppers, Chinese cabbage, and cucumbers now being chilled in the refrigerator. And I also wanted to mention that he's preparing some nice-looking Banpeiyu on this side.
Banpeiyu.
Right, it's a fruit from Kyushu. Just like a big grapefruit, basically.
Okay, Japanese produce from the southern island.
Fukuyi-san, you've forgotten me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 30 minutes gone. Go ahead, Kondo-san.
The liquid in the bowl on Chen's side is made by straining the beef fillet soup. He said he'll add more slices of beef fillet and make a shanton stock-based soup.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Right. Very labor-intensive, that one. All right, Chen here, firing up the wok of fry job in process.
Right, and I'm thinking that's filet as well.
Beef filet, okay, right. And dropping it in for another go-round.
Right, now this is not actually deep frying. He's going to pull them up pretty soon and then use them for a stir-fry later.
Okay, prediction for a stir-fry, a two-tone treatment there. And so far, no sign of any tobanjan, hot bean paste.
I haven't seen it yet, no.
Looks to be leaning a bit towards Cantonese cooking today. Who knows, he might not use any tobanjan.
I'm thinking he'll make at least one.
Okay, and now Michiba extracting the meat.
Ooh, lobster.
Using both finesse and muscle with the knife, and a surf and turf offering looks to be in the cards, but we'll have to follow to see exactly how he combines the lobster with the beef. Now swinging back to Chen, firing it up again.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's nice.
Gosh, I love the smell.
Yeah, that's the Chenpi.
A wonderful aroma wafting over this way, a finishing sauce, heavenly with the stir fry.
I know, I can't wait.
You know, and people have asked me why Chen's been invincible lately, and it's for a lot of reasons, but I think one of them is not only just the skills he's acquired over the last 2.5 years here, but also he uses the seasonal interest as well and expresses
now,
that well.
Look at this, Michiba with this one,
this is the Banpeiyu.
Okay. How's he going to be using this?
I would imagine working on a decoration of sorts.
I see, sure.
Or he could be saving the skin to add that little citrus aroma in there too.
Okay,
with that.
And again, this is grown in Japan.
Right, on the southern island of Kyushu.
All right, and let's see, the skin of that peel, though, it does look so thick.
Yeah, it is. It's a very thick skinned fruit.
Okay, and I guess it does have the citrus flavor. Now, could he use the fruit for something in one of his dishes?
If he wanted to, I guess he could, sure.
Really? You can eat the fruit? I thought that the juice was just used for, sour taste, adding flavor.
You can eat it just like grapefruit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have a friend who sends this to me. It's actually not all that bad.
Really?
Okay, well, I wonder what he's doing here, slicing off the little pieces and then cutting into it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got the outline of something, and now a portion of the top is removed there, and now I would say he is hollowing it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Could be used as a bowl or a container of sorts, and get that thing totally hollowed out. It is big enough to be used to serve something in it, I would say.
And if you remember, he did have one item on the menu saying something like braised beef and vegetable salad or something like that. So it's probably going to be going into here, I guess.
Okay, that could be the idea. Now, taking the contents, the items here that were processed.
Right, that's the, blended beef and potatoes, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
right, beef and potatoes.
Okay.
And blended into a pretty thick paste, beef and taro potatoes.
Right, that came out of the food processor, right?
Now, is he going to call this one the steak he had? Right?
Well, he did have steak on the menu.
Well, hamburger steak, maybe, more like meatloaf.
Okay,
That could be.
let's see.
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
I asked Iron Chef Chen what he thinks Iron Chef Michiba's weak points are, to which he sighed and said, I don't see any holes in him unless he gets a fever or something.
There certainly are no holes in his game, and I tell you what, I don't think he came in with a fever today, and now we see him with the
blended beef and potatoes.
Okay, and he's kind of cooking it in the pan there.
Right, he's got the stove going. Maybe after this he'll make some patties or something like that.
Well, I have to tell you, this is not quite what we'd imagined.
No, not at all. But you got to remember that the potatoes are still raw, right? So they do need to be cooked in some form or fashion.
And looks like he's adding some pepper to that. And now Chen gesturing or reacting, responding at the vegetable stand back there. Looks like he was talking to Ishinabe or Kanagawa. Iron Chef is hanging loose in this one.
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
I asked Chen-san how he's feeling today, and he said, I just got back in town from Hong Kong this afternoon, but after visiting my father's homeland, I'm 100% re-energized.
All right.
He's got that aura that great ball players have.
Yes, and Iron Chef right there oblivious to the camera, a gulp of water, and Michiba now, and he's got the aura too, and now let's see what he's got going.
I think he's got some turnips there.
Okay, tray full of sliced turnips.
Right, yeah.
And rather thinly sliced they are.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, these are thin slices of daikon radish.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I missed it.
Okay, daikon, and wouldn't that help, though, with the digestion of beef?
Oh, it could very well, yeah.
You guys are real pros.
Okay, and back with Chen. Let's see, crouched over, slicing up these steaks.
Yeah, it's almost like a tataki-style sashimi, isn't it?
Doesn't that look good?
Just a big old load of black pepper on there.
Tell you, I could go for a couple of slices right now.
Yeah, this is a great-looking roast beef right there.
Chen looking to find favor with the flavor of that one. The Iron Chef Chinese looking great with this dish. And should have a sauce.
Kui-san?
Yes?
The sauce for this dish is made from grated daikon radish, soy sauce, red vinegar, Chinese soy sauce, red chili oil, and sesame seed oil.
Wow.
Oh, boy, that's a mix, yeah.
But it sounds great.
And remember you heard red vinegar, yeah?
Yes.
That hasn't even been imported to Japan yet. It's literally red vinegar. It's very widely used in Hong Kong, though.
Okay.
It contains things like citrus and wild berries. Actually, sorry, not citrus. Wild berries and some other combinations. Yeah.
Okay, and now
It's
back
good.
with Michiban. Look, he's got something else in there now.
Yeah, what is that he's got?
Still in the...
Fukusan!
Yes.
You're looking at the blended beef and potato mix after being cooked, to which he's added tarragon, peanuts, and breadcrumbs, and it looks like it's ready to go now.
Peanuts and breadcrumbs? What do you make of that?
It looks like the inside of meatballs.
Actually, you're right, it does. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I hope looks are deceiving with this one.
Yeah, this is a far cry from steak.
Yeah, like I said, more like a meatloaf.
Or croquette.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you can even see some of the peanuts rolled in, pushing through to the surface. And what was the green stuff there?
Can't remember. What was it?
Tarragon, maybe.
Ota, come in, you got it?
Yes, it was tarragon.
All right, tarragon. Okay, got it. Now,
20 minutes to go.
20 minutes left in the battle, down to 20 minutes.
Gosh.
Iron Chef Michiba's last battle in Kitchen Stadium. 2/3 of this final in the Mr. Iron Chef tournament gone. Neither man can afford to let up now. Chen and Michiba each trying to bring in 4 dishes. They've got a lot of work left in the remaining time. The heat is on.